Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Avengers Infinity War, 2018. There's no other way to say it. This was a mind-blowing movie. Comic fans knew about the snap, and they knew it was possible, but actually seeing it actually happen, and having half of the heroes we've gotten to know over 10 years vanish at the end of the big movie we've all been waiting for, was a ballsy move to say the least. Now, we knew it was a part 1, and that meant there couldn't be a fully happy ending. But they didn't even try to soften the blow.
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
No. Alien, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah.
And not just smaller characters, some of the biggest. The final shot on Thanos sealed it. This wasn't the Avengers movie. It was his. But that wasn't the only big moment of the film. As soon as that sweet 70s funk started bleeding in, I knew we were in for a good time. The scope of it all feels so grand in Main Event, and every scene only furthers that notion, like Spider-Man becoming an Avenger, and meeting the Guardians for the first time.
Master do I serve? What am I supposed to say, Jesus?
Probably the coolest moment in the movie is Thor's epic arrival to battle. This was the best his character had ever been portrayed. Gritty, depressed, having lost everything and everyone, but with more power than we've ever seen. And as if the Chris Pratt RDJ meet and greet wasn't enough, Iron Man and Doctor Strange might be even better. The fight against Thanos off-Earth is definitely more interesting than the one in Wakanda, but both were done well and showcased Thanos' capabilities in creative ways. I love Squidward, I love the alien dogs. There's a lot of great moments in Infinity War, but it's the ending that sets it in stone. This shit is no joke. It felt different than any other ending in the entire 20-plus film span. It felt like art?
Captain Sam, can you hear me? On your left.
Avengers Endgame, 2019. They tried to fool us with the name changes, but it was Agatha all along. Endgame paid off everything that Infinity War promised. It paid off what every movie before it promised. It may not have the earth-shattering conclusion that its predecessor had, but it does have this. And this. And this.
Avengers!
Assemble.
The big moments are great, and the quiet moments are too, like Tony getting closure with his dad. And of course, spoiler alert, this was a fitting end to the 22-film run, with the exception of the Professor Hulk nonsense, and some, shall we say, crudely crowbarred-in girl power.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The movie was essentially perfect. The time travel aspect works, and nobody tried to bang their mother. The writing is top tier for the MCU, with roadblocks sending characters pivoting in more interesting directions, leaving room for growth and adaptation. But who cares about writing? Look at these dope new suits. We got crazy battles involving tons of cool moments with dozens of beloved characters and sidekicks, culminating in another top 5 MCU moment.
I am inevitable.
That almost didn't happen until the idea came up in the edit, and a reshoot was called to capture a perfect moment of full circle catharsis.
And I am Iron Man.
And the finale is a beautiful wrap-up of Cap's story, finally giving him a happy ending.